So we're going to play with that a little bit. We're going to play with being in our own natural vibration and matching another person's vibration, and then tuning into a vibration that's on the level of healing, like where it's a little more refined and fast, like an angel or a healing tone, which is a little different than just being on our normal everyday energy, right? When we're wanting to help someone, we want to access an energy that's a little more potent and clear than perhaps our ego personality is. And then we get a lot more done.
Can I ask a question? We talked about matching, but I was thinking about my mother who was so volcanic that you don't want to match there. I mean, you literally,
right,
kind of want to do the opposite or something to try to balance that energy out. We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you're consciously like, oh, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
And
well, it's a skill that you have to learn as a kid, because you can't play victim, but you can't match their energy. You have to somewhere in between.
People always find some way to work with it. Some people do match energy with people that are volcanic, and that's their way of dealing with it because that's what works.
Mm-hmm.
And some people play the victim role. It's just a matter of what worked in your situation is how you learn to handle it and not let yourself be abused somehow by the other person's energy. So with your partner, what I'd like you to do is start walking around the room, and you can go into other rooms side by side, and just walking in your own energy space.
Okay.
Like just staying, you're connected with the other person enough to be walking together, but you're basically just kind of like walking with a friend down the street. You're being in your thing and they're being in their thing. So try that for a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of companionable. You're not really trying to relate to them very much, or be kind of just in your own energy, and notice if that's easy or difficult for you to be near another person but really staying in your own energetic space. And then pause and take a breath. And take a moment to talk about that with your partner. What did that feel like? Were you able to do it? Was it difficult? Yeah, so decide which partner wants to be a leader, and the person who's leading walks in front, and the person who's following walks behind. The person who's following tries to exactly match what the person in front is doing, and their body language, their posture, their vibration. Just try to become them, like you become their shadow. So try that for a little bit. Do everything they do, walk the way they walk. And the person in front, just be yourself. You can kind of notice how it feels to be somebody's shadow. Is that kind of nice, or is it hard? And how is it to have a shadow? To have someone following whatever you're doing. Do you like it or not like it? Okay, then take a breath, pause, And then trade roles. The other person's gonna be the leader and match their energy. Notice how that feels. And then pause. And then talk with your partner about that. Try getting into those positions, and I'll talk you into it a little bit more. So the people behind you could tune into like a vibration of golden energy. You could think of like being their own personal angel, or their own personal like support person. White light is a nice color, or another light color. And then the people in front can just walk and see how it feels to have a personal support person. So it's like you match them enough to stay connected, but it's a different tone of energy. And then pause, take a breath. Come to your own center, and then let's switch roles. The people behind, just take a moment to tune in to a beautiful, loving, healing vibration. The people in front, just be yourself. Notice what it feels like to both follow them with that intention and to be having someone following you. And then pause. Take a breath. Notice how you feel. And then let's talk about that with our partner.